So first of all, what is public diplomacy and why is it necessary? In our lives, there are some events that speak so powerfully that they form our values and ideas without a good deal of explanation. And I think each generation has something of this nature. I wanted just to show you a brief YouTube clip on the Obama campaign, piece that he used in his campaign that's called American Promise. And I'm just using this as an example so you can kind of see how the Obama campaign used a very simple technique of YouTube or podcasting to make a very broad appeal to people, and also how the impact of his speech and his activities had such an impact on regular people, on very famous people such as the Reverend Jesse Jackson, who was one of the leaders of the civil rights movement, and people who are very popular. Somebody like Oprah Winfrey, who basically has a larger audience throughout the world than maybe almost anybody else. We can convey some of the feelings of an event. Now, most issues are less clear that we talk about in public diplomacy, and they might need a bit more of an explanation or a context so we can frame a discussion, and this is what we see as the role of public diplomacy. First of all, public diplomacy is aimed at informing foreign publics, not at foreign officials. It has as a mission the achievement of a national interest by understanding and informing and engaging and persuading a foreign audience. So understanding, now that seems like it's not often thought of understanding as being important to public diplomacy, but it is vital because you can't hope to persuade people if you don't understand the people you are trying to persuade. Senator William Fulbright, who created the Fulbright Exchange Program in 1946, said, "The essence of intercultural education is empathy, the ability to see the world as others see it, and to allow for the possibility that others may see something that we have failed to see." So I think that how do we differentiate public diplomacy from propaganda? I think in one of your forms, the notes you sent to me, one of you asked this point, and that's a really good point. I think the largest difference between the two is that we tell America's story through educational exchanges, information press activities, speakers, publications, and a very robust internet presence. And our goal is not to coerce or tell you what to think or somehow preach to you, but we want to provide information that lets you have questions, allows you to feel free to challenge, to question what we're saying. So public diplomacy is as much about a process by which both sides learn as it is to convince somebody. We encourage interaction that will lead to an understanding of American principles, policies, and most importantly, and often neglected, is an understanding of our people. Because frankly, I think the American people are really have a great story to tell. We seek to facilitate a grand conversation that we pursue because we believe that others share our commitment to core values. And I think we don't really regard these as American values, but they are core values core to a number of countries.